Hey guys, MMA Savant here, and I'm just making my first YouTube video. And as you might have guessed, it's about mixed martial arts. I'm a longtime fan of the sport. I love it. I have been training in mixed martial arts, mostly grappling, for about 6 years now. And I am also a Herb Dean certified referee, judge, and inspector. So that's a little background on me, but let's get right into it. I'll be breaking down and dissecting UFC 194, which is being held in Las Vegas, Nevada, December the 12th. And it is, in my opinion, the best card the UFC's ever put out, including over UFC 100 and including over UFC 189, which was also an awesome card. Um, so let's get right down to it. We have Jeremy Stevens is taking on Max Holloway. Max Holloway is, of course, the new breed of fighter who just blends everything together very well. Um, for a raw power, I do give it to Jeremy Stevens. He's been around for a long time. He's got wins over, Dennis Bermudez. He's got wins over current 155-pound champion RDA. But I feel like it's Max Holloway's time. Max Holloway is the only man in the UFC to ever take Conor McGregor to a decision. Um, I feel like it's just his time, man. He links everything together better. Um, he just recently had a big win over Cub Swanson and a win over Charles Oliveira. Not the way he wanted to get it, but a win is a win is a win. So I have Max Holloway get it done by submission, most likely a guillotine choke in the somewhere in the third round, I'm going to say. Okay, moving on from there, we have Damian Maia is facing Icelandic phenom Gunnar Nelson. And Gunnar Nelson is, of course, a black belt under Renzo Gracie. He's been with John Kavanagh for a very, very long time. He is training partner to Conor McGregor, and he does have a striking background, but he doesn't really use it the way he uses his grappling. And his grappling is good. It is very good. He did go, 8 or 9 minutes with Zonjay Ibero, and just to get up in that level of the bracket is amazing in and of itself, and to last that long against Ibero is is a fantastic feat. But the man he's going up against is a four-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion. His name is Damian Maia. And for those of you who don't really watch or study the intricacies and the ins and outs of grappling, Damian Maia is something to behold. He is a phenom in every sense of the word in jiu-jitsu. And his jiu-jitsu is so good that he typically, when a jiu-jitsu guy goes against a wrestler, they nullify each other, or um, the wrestler does very well against him. When it comes to Damian Maia, he takes guys down, big, strong American wrestlers, and he makes them look like rookies. He had a real exciting, a real competitive back and forth with Jake Shields, who's a grappling, extraordinaire in his own right. He's got wins over John Fitch. He's got wins over Rick Story, who's an awesome wrestler. Just submitted Neil Magny, who was on a 8-7 fight win streak. Made it look easy. So I see this fight going to Damian Maia by decision. This is a grappler's delight. If you're not a grappling fan, this fight will put you to sleep, most likely. Okay, moving on. We have Jacare Souza is fighting Yoel Romero, the Soldier of God. We have Brazil. Jacare is, of course, Brazilian. He's a very highly decorated jiu-jitsu champion. If you watch on YouTube, you see Roger Gracie break his arm still competes, still finishes out the match. He's a very tough guy. These guys have been matched up twice already. They have never fought yet because one of the gentlemen had pneumonia and one of them had to pull out due to injury. Anyway, so Yoel Romero is a Cuban. Is a Cuban. I believe he defected, but he's a silver medalist in his form of wrestling. I can't remember what kind it is right now. I want to say it's folk style, maybe Greco-Roman, but I don't know. He does have wins over Cale Sanderson. You can Google that name if you want to. That should tell you about how good this guy is, about his wrestling pedigree. But what Yoel Romero does is he's a great wrestler. He does have one slip to Feijão, but other than that, he has got a perfect record. And what he does is he lets, I don't want to say lets, but wrestlers who on paper shouldn't get the takedown on Romero, they do. But I feel like that's because he's so confident in his ability to get back up. He doesn't want to waste energy fighting it. Because he can just hit a switch or spring back up or, make it work to his advantage. He's very explosive. But what I think is going to happen here is Jacare is going to get the takedown on Romero. And Romero is going to go to spring back up, Chuck Liddell style. But it won't be there for him because Jacare's top control is going to be too much and it's going to be underestimated. I see Jacare getting it done by topside Kimura, maybe TK ground and pound. Okay, moving on. Next we have Chris Weidman is taking on Luke Rockhold. Luke Rockhold is a contender. Chris Weidman is the champion. He's the one who dethroned Anderson Silva, and but I believe, and I'm sure other fans believe, that this is Chris Weidman's first true test of a physical equal, and this will be his first true battle of attrition, and taking nothing away from Machida and Vitor and Anderson Silva. Those guys are on the wrong side of 35 years old. Luke Rockhold isn't. So Luke Rockhold, I do give the advantage in speed and striking versatility. Chris Weidman, I definitely give the advantage to in wrestling and his pedigree and accolades. But he is a two-time Division I All-American from Hofstra University, and he is a black belt under Renzo Gracie and Matt Serra. Luke Rockhold is a long-time, let's say 15-year grappler, and he was supposed to be a black belt years ago. He is one now. I think the Mendez brothers gave it to him. I don't think it was Camarillo. I don't want to speak on that too much. Anyway, but there's nothing that Chris Weidman can throw at Luke Rockhold that Daniel Cormier and Cain Velasquez and Khabib Nurmagomedov don't put on him on a regular basis. So I'm going to say, because of those factors, I know you have to finish the champion to beat the champion, but because of those things, I'm going to go ahead and say that Luke Rockhold becomes the new middleweight champion of the world next Saturday night. Next Saturday night, 2 weeks from whatever. And that's my pick as of 12/3/2015. Anyway, moving on, we have Conor McGregor is facing Jose Aldo, and Conor McGregor went through a tough list of guys, including Marcus Brimage. He went through what's the kid's name? Diego Brandao, Max Holloway, Dennis Seaver, Dustin Poirier, Chad Mendez, who has fought for the featherweight strap twice, came up short both times, but Still great fights. And other than Max Holloway, he put them all down. Conor McGregor has a very, very deceptive style of power, the same way that BJ Penn, Nick Diaz, and Anderson Silva have very unassuming power. Conor McGregor has that also. He is physically fit and he's got a impressive physique, but he's not a muscle-bound freak show, you know. So guys kind of sleep on him, but his fist finds their chin, it just breaks, it just crumbles, and he hurts guys. But he's never fought a Jose Aldo, and Jose Aldo has been undefeated for 10 years. He is the current and long-time featherweight kingpin, and he is, in all sense of the word, a juggernaut. Conor McGregor does have a 4-inch reach advantage. He is 2 inches taller. Submissions would go to Jose Aldo, who's a black belt under Andre Pederneiras over there at Nova União. Power in the legs, kicking game all day. Connor's is good and flashy, but Jose Aldo hurts people with his kicks. If Jose Aldo comes out and stays busy, stays active, stays elusive, and slips everything, and he's able to land those leg kicks, the cut kicks, and the chop kicks, and the cut kicks and the inside leg kick, it's going to be a long night for Conor McGregor. I think Jose Aldo will come in there motivated, but not over emotional. And I feel like he's going to look at it like, time to shut this man up. It's been too long. So if Jose Aldo does what I just said, slips, remains elusive, it should be a win for Jose Aldo. But if he plays around and drops his hands and goes off book, Conor McGregor finds the chin and puts him down. I do see mutual respect from both these combatants. And after the fight, I know Conor McGregor is doing his damnedest to sell the fight, and I thank him for it. Fans thank him for it. But so that's what Jose Aldo has to do. So to recap here, I'm going Jose Aldo to retain. I'm going Luke Rockhold to become the new middleweight champion. Jacare by topside Kimura or ground and pound. Maia by decision. And Max Holloway by guillotine choke, second half of the second round. Now, with that being said, this entire card here is the only card I've ever seen where every fighter is fighting somebody his equal. So I could be wrong on every single one here, and I'd be okay with that. So those are my picks. Again, this is the MMA Savant. Let me know what you think. Comment below. And, I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay, thank you.